Both my girlfriend and I have basically no feeling during sex and am a bit concerned. Any ideas? Keep on truckin'. Y'all get the hang of it. Oral helps. Either of you on medications? At the very least, on the male side, SRI can really screw with the sensation. Slow down. Focus on breathing the entire time and take twice as long to do every step. It's possible the two of you have low to no sex drive and funnily enough match perfectly with each other. That or y'all need to keep practicing until something clicks. It will take time and practice just like anything else. Be attentive to each other, take your time and don't be embarrassed or nervous about just talking things through with her. Find out what you each like, lean into the good bits, and relax, the rest with come in time, pun entirely intended. Often enough when you start this journey you are nervous, and will overanalyze and worry about if you're doing it right, and that takes most of the joy out of it. Relaxing and trusting each other really is key here. The best parts of sex are often non-penetrative anyhow, the foreplay and build-up, and the entwined embrace after the fact are honestly my favorite parts. People have been doing this for as long as there have been people to do it. The instinctual understanding and core drives are all there. Just let yourself go with the flow and y'all get there. Foreplay, my boy. If you don't know what to do, look up videos on YouTube. You also have to learn to read her movements and responses. Learn some techniques, then practice on her. Study the clitoris and the G-spot. Will make all the difference. Eat her out, take your time. 69 is great, no pressure. Fucking is Olympic type shit. You need to know what you're doing and need the training to pull it off or y'all get what you feel. A lot of the time one side feels like you. Stop watching porn completely. It's ruining your perception of sex. Try different condoms, maybe they aren't the right fit or they're too thick. Don't focus on penetrative sex, do other things and ease into it. If she's nervous and not comfortable or aroused, she won't feel anything. If your head's full of porn nonsense, you are going to be underwhelmed by actual sex. I'm just going to assume you're using a condom. They are great at protecting, but also great at numbing a lot of stimulations for men, less so for women. You could try other brands, other size, thickness, etc. Try to find which ones work best, that's all you can do. If my assumption was wrong, I've said nothing at all. You definitely have to figure out what you both like and communicate about it a lot. Do you have sexual desires as fantasies, or is your sex drive just not high in general? A lot of women can't finish from penetration only, for example. She should communicate what she would like instead or on top of it. And of course you have to figure out why not being fully into it too. Maybe it's just because you are both feeling stressed in these situations since you focus too much on finishing during the sexual act. Communicate a lot and start exploring more other things you're both comfortable about. Foreplay is a must. Firstly, honestly, a lot of people on here are going to tell you to stop looking at porn. If suggest looking into more instructional porn. Don't be afraid to experiment a little. You're both young and inexperienced, so try finding each other's erogenous zones and take your time. Have you tried oral or using hands for one another, and how has that gone? You guys probably masturbated too much and desensitized yourselves. Sex is built up as this big magical thing, but it's not. It's far easier and quicker to bring yourself to orgasm than it is to do so through sex. Sex isn't about the mechanical act of sexual stimulation. It's about physical intimacy, sharing a bond with another person. Women in general get almost no sexual stimulation from internal penetration. Almost all women can only achieve orgasm from external stimulation of the clitoris. As for the man, if you are used to death gripping your penis and pulling the skin on your shaft around to masturbate, you aren't used to the way that penetrative sex is pleasurable and have to train it out of yourself. Also, condoms kind of kill all sensation, but are an essential part of safe sex. Personally, if I were you, I would ask her some questions about if she has explored herself before. From what you said, I get the feeling both of you are inexperienced and a little lost as to what to do other than the usual. This sort of open-ended question is great for you and her to learn about what makes you turned on. Maybe talk to her about what turns you on when you're ready. She will want to learn too, since sex is best when both parties are into it. She may not know that is okay. I find that unless the girl has explored herself alone, it's hard to really figure it out yourself. Not impossible. This may just be the start of a learning journey for the both of you. Sometimes, the journey is as good as the destination, so GL and have fun. Have you and your woman done intense and long foreplay? Have you gone down on her and made her come with your fingers and tongue? Have you made love to her boobies for half an hour? Made her get hot and wet? Eaten that wet pussy? Has she sucked your dick till it was hard as steel? Sucked your balls while she messaged your cock? Put a finger in your ass while she's sucking you? Have the two of you gone to an adult shop and looked over the toys? The lingerie looks great, but her naked body next to yours is wonderful. It takes time to get to know each other, and sex isn't always great. Talk it over at supper. Don't be afraid to bring up a new kink. She may not want your cum in her mouth, but she'll masturbate you till you spew. You're young, pick up some porn CDs. They are largely fake, but can give you some ideas. And finally, from Dr. Ruth Westhamer, don't forget to wear your rubbers. John Cena hands down. Sex can feel a bit weird when you first start as you're figuring things out. One thing that can play a big part in enjoyment is foreplay. You have to warm each other up first. Spend some time just touching and exploring each other. Tell each other what feels good and what you like about your partner's body. Trying different things in different positions is how you find out what you like and don't like. And open communication is so important. Also, don't be afraid to mess up. Sometimes things don't go to plan, but that's part of the process, and learning to laugh at those moments together can help break any awkwardness. Introduce leather. My first time wasn't amazing, or spectacular, or all that special, even though it was with my serious boyfriend of like 3 years. I didn't orgasm my first time. I always had him go down on me, BC he was more than happy to. I would suggest lube. It's something everyone kind of just doesn't think about when it comes to sex. But it sounds like that would definitely help with the hurting. Also, concentrate on foreplay. Really try to explore what feels good, and as awkward as you might think it is, communicate with your partner about how it feels. Once you figure out what you like, things will start to flow better. My husband and I met when I was 19 and he was 22. We have been together for 18 years and have 4 kids. I can honestly say sex got better with age for me, and contrary to popular belief, sex doesn't die. BC you've been together too long. It dies. BC people stop connecting with their partner and fall into monotony. You have to keep some spontaneity. Good luck. I hope you guys figure it out and have some fun.